with hickory wood. And I only used like 2 pieces. Ooh. Today at Gocong Experiment, we plan to smoke a pork rib using a traditional style offset smoker. Things you are going to need on an offset smoker. Today we're using an Oklahoma Joe's. Some other things that you're going to need are some wood. We're using hickory today. It's a traditional style wood, popular for this type of application. Obviously you're going to need some meat. We're running with some ribs. We have baby back ribs and short ribs. You're also going to need to build a simple dry rub, for which we're using brown sugar, chili powder, salt, and cayenne pepper. We're going to kick this off by mixing the dry rub into a normal size Ziploc bag. Then we're going to start the process of preparing the meat, where we rip off the membrane, apply the rub liberally, and clean up our mess. While the meat's preparing, we're going to get the fire ready to start. We're just using some regular old coals, some newspaper to get it started. I'm just using some regular lump coal, nothing really fancy, but this is a wood-based coal. I guess most coal's wood-based. Some newspaper to get the fire started and some hickory wood. We're going to let the smoke chamber get to 225, and then we're going to drop our meat in. So once we get our meat into the cook chamber, we're going to poke it with the probes for our thermometer. Obviously we're going to try to put it in the places where the meat's the thickest, so we can get an accurate reading on how well our meat's cooking. I'm using a thermometer that I got from Walmart. It's $20. You can find it there. In the meantime, we gotta stoke the fire so we can keep the temperature going at 225 the best we can. We want our meat to get to 165 stall so we can wrap it. At which point we decided that it was in our best interest to flip the meat to opposite sides, because the short ribs were cooking faster than the baby back ribs. As you can see, 20 degrees difference almost. We kind of ran into a problem where we were having high winds, and it was causing the cook chamber to stall out in temperature, which was also causing our meat to stall out in temperature, so we had to shift the direction that our cooker was facing. Once we got the meat past the stall temperature, which was 165, we were trying to get the meat to an ultimate temperature of 195, where we would take it and let the meat rest. We got to the point where we could open the meat up and look at it, and at first glance we noticed that it had some really decent bark. That's my Uncle Dennis over here opening the meat. Some of the things that we were looking for in the meat was to have a good bark. Wow. We wanted to retain some of its moisture. We wanted it to be flavorful. The rub specifically targets not being excessively salty and not being excessively sweet or spicy. Just kind of a happy medium. As you can see on the baby back ribs, we have some good smoke rings, and obviously the meat's kind of falling off the bone here. Looks good.
Smoke ring.
I really like these lights. These lights are nice.
So now you want the...
And we go to the short ribs, and we're looking for similar stuff, except the short ribs are a little more fatty, so we're going to expect it to be more juicy, which you can always see we're cleaning up after ourselves.
Yeah, well, smoke ring again. Okay. There's definitely more fat than this than the baby back.
Bam, look at that. That looks good.
Very juicy.
So we stop here, take a minute to appreciate our cook, which ultimately took us 8 hours. But I think because we had a problem with the temperature stalling at 144 and trying to keep our heat up, we could have had this done in 6 hours, 5.5 to 6 hours. That's pretty much it for Gocong experiment today. Please give us a like and a sub, and we will be dropping new content here shortly. Thanks for watching.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. That's going to cause a heart attack.